Hello? Test, test. Okay. Okay, can everybody hear me? Great. Well, perfect. Okay, well, we'll wait a few minutes to let everybody join here, and then we will go from there. Okay. Give about 5 minutes. We have about 5 minutes, and we'll go from there. I see we have Devin, Brad, and Eric on here, so this should be a fun session. Nothing's more fun than talking to a group of people that you really don't have a whole lot of feedback on. But give it another minute and we'll go from there. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started here. Hi, my name is Bill Dwinell, and I'm going to discuss with everyone how to create long-term loyal customers during COVID and beyond. A little bit about myself. In a former life, I was a Navy Chief Petty Officer, and I had the privilege and honor of serving with the U.S. Navy SEALs. While I was not a SEAL, I did manage parachuting operations for them and taught them how to jump out of airplanes. It was a ton of fun. Then once I got out of the military, I earned my degree in accounting, and eventually became friends with our founder and CEO, Brad Gronick. Started working with Agility Solutions and project management and sales, and really haven't looked back since then. One of the great things is that working with high performance teams and the SEAL teams made it the perfect match for jumping into something as dynamic as working with web development and programmers. A little bit about us, Agility Solutions. We are an award-winning agency. 2 of the last 3 years, we have won the award for best return on investment for our customers. And this day more than ever, that's what everyone's looking for, especially during the pandemic, as businesses are really trying to recreate themselves. So, dealing with customers right now and creating new business, the number one thing that's affecting everybody is really the fear of the unknown. What's going to happen next? I know my picture here is a little blurry, but so is the future for a lot of us. It's like, what's happening next? I know when I heard about COVID, I was worried. I was concerned about how this is going to affect my family's health. I was concerned about the economy. And how are we going to get new business during this time? How are things going to shift? How are we going to see customers? And unlike any other time, in the world, the whole world is going through, probably in the last 100 years, the whole world is going through the same challenge at the same time. The biggest difference is that now, because we're connected because of technology, things can move forward, but it's in a very different way. So one of the things that a few of the things I'm going to cover today is how Agility's relationships with our current clients has set us up and our clients for success during COVID without even knowing it was coming. How we've reconnected with past clients and just people in our general network, what we're doing to create new business, and how you can do the same thing. Recently, I was listening to a podcast, and the global chief marketing officer for SAP was really talking about where, especially business to business, is going in the future and brands. And she said that right now, businesses need more than ever a brand that connects with people that are buying with their hearts and their values. Right now, it's not about, hey, what's the greatest feature, who's innovating the most, or everything. It's really about the connection with us as business people and developers with our solutions, but also the need to know that we can be trusted. And business right now is about the story. It's about the story you tell to the customers, how you connect with them. And I would definitely make note of these three things. It's the value we bring, it's the relevancy to what they're trying to accomplish, and it's really the purpose there. What was interesting is that I found with my customers is that, just like I shared with you my concerns when COVID hit, the biggest thing was it made me think of the empathy map. And right now, this is a great exercise, not just to do to reevaluate the way you're approaching your customers now, but it's something I do every time I contact a customer. What is my customer thinking and feeling right now with what's going on in their industry, what's going on in business in general? And what are they saying? What are they doing? What are they hearing? What are they afraid of? And I know from a design standpoint, probably all of us, if not most of us, have dealt with the empathy map, but it's something we really need to think about when talking to our customers. Typically, in industry, there's two types of loyalty with customers. There's the, hey, do you have the shiniest thing, the newest innovation, best price? What's a promotion right now? How long can I try this out? All the way down to the point of, when you buy 4 coffees, you get another one for free with the 5th punch card. But these days, people are really going away from that because it doesn't last, right? It's whoever has it cheaper. It's more of a commodity. These days, what customers are really looking for is based on trust. They want to hear that we're in this together. And the most important thing at this point isn't price, isn't the promotion, maybe not even be the depth of the knowledge that you have. But the biggest thing is the history of the relationship is important, because companies can't afford to make mistakes. They don't have infinite money or resources. They can't afford to take a risk on a technology, or, like some of our customers in the past, redo their website in 18 months because they made a bad decision. And the way that we build this loyalty is simple. We let them know we care. One of the biggest things that our founder always asks in everything is what's best for the customer. Not what's going to close the deal, not what's the best for us, but what's best for the customer. Theodore Roosevelt said it best when he said, people don't care how much you know till they know how much you care. And I was recently talking with one of our customers, Inkjet, who I'll be telling you about it a little bit about in a few seconds here. And they said the reason they made some of the decisions they made before COVID hit and decided to move forward, which set them up for success during COVID, is the biggest thing for them was they knew how much we cared about them. They believed that we were dedicated and all in their success. We were part of the team to make sure they succeeded. It wasn't just about getting to the next job, the next web page, what we can do for them to get more out of them. It was more about what we can give them. And one of my favorite quotes that I love to say is that really caring about the customer is it's the difference of going, hey, I hope things work out for you versus we're in this together. And it's really about connection. I'd like to tell you about one of our customers, Inkjet Inc. And what we were able to do with our relationship that developed, because I really went through all these phases that I'm talking about. Inkjet Inc. is a commercial ink manufacturer, and they're in an industry that typically doesn't do e-commerce. They've seen one of their competitors doing a little bit, so they were thinking about it. And what made them decide to invest early in technology before the money was there really to support it was really what I said before, we're in this together. And the trust that we built gave them a platform so that when the government came in and said, COVID's affecting business, we need to shut down all businesses except the businesses that are considered essential, the chairwoman for Inkjet sat there and had to make some decisions. She's like, and she's even said on some interviews with the news, she said, I couldn't send these families home and have them being worried about the financial security of their families. I had to find a way to make us essential. And so the ink manufacturer pivoted very quickly to actually create hand sanitizer, which was wonderful. But had they not changed the relationship, had they not pivoted early, what would have happened simply is that they wouldn't have had a means to sell their product. Having a product is great, but they wouldn't have the means to get it to the consumer. The number one thing right now for connecting with customers is having a people customer first approach. It's having that we are here to serve mentality. But that's not just on customers, that's on everyone I come in contact with. Because people right now are hurting. They want to know. They don't know what they're going to do. They have the fear of the unknown. And so there's a few different things that we do. One, the best customers are your current customers. They're working with you for a reason. So make sure you over deliver, that you understand what's going on, what's going on in their personal lives. Those things affect business. How are things going? Genuinely, like, how are you? Stay in touch with past customers in your network. And then share solutions that you find with them, even if they're not business related. And help others in your network by offering them help. And one of the biggest ways to do that is simple, is that once Inkjet pivoted to hand sanitizer, things really changed for them. And in the middle of COVID, I got a call from my mom, and she's in tears. And she says, Billy, I'm really worried. She goes, I have no immune system. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't find face masks. I can't find hand sanitizer. I can't find anything. Because my mother was fighting breast cancer. She was fighting for her life. She was going through a chemo treatment, and she was so concerned and worried about this and her health. And she came to me, and I mean, I couldn't find hand sanitizer. I couldn't even find toilet paper. I mean, that stuff was just gone. I don't even know what that was about. But I knew I had to take care of my family. And Inkjet Inc. is usually just business to business company. So I called my contact there, Mark, and I said, Mark, is there any way that I could get some for my family? Can you hook me up? And he said, Bill, we're making it for everybody. Most people don't know about us. So I was able to order a case of hand sanitizer, and I sent it to my mom, and she gave it to first responders that she knew, nurses that lived next door to her. She was able to give it to other people she knew, the cancer treatment center. And that really helped. I was able to send some to my aunt and other family members. And then I realized something. The biggest thing is that everybody that I knew, everyone I was trying to reconnect with, they were having the same concerns. And how do I know that if the people on my LinkedIn profile, if my customers have someone that's sick that needs hand sanitizer, they can't get it? So this is when I shifted to a servant mentality. And I picked up the phone and started calling everyone I know. I said, hey, How are you doing? I called a past customer, a former customer that did work with us, and they were maintaining their own site. And I said, how are you doing? I'll never forget one of the things the customer asked me. They said, what, are you trying to see if we're ready for the next project? And I said, no, I just honestly want to know how you're doing. I noticed on your website you hadn't made a comment about COVID. Because of the industry, it's probably a good idea. I'm like, well, thank you. And then they let the walls down. They started talking to me. They started talking to me about what they had going on, how their families were. And I let them know, I said, listen, anyone you know, here's a customer of ours who has a product available. It's in stock. You can get it. You can get it in large quantities, even 55-gallon drums if that's what you need. But this way you can take care of what's the most important to you. And by doing so, they were really, they let their guard down. And they started talking about different options and different things they were looking at for their industry. And things really shifted there. And I said, simply, if you know anyone that's looking to pivot, that's looking to change, that's looking at technology decisions, please send them our way. I would love to help them in any way because businesses are struggling. And even if we're not the right solution for them, I know people who may be that I can refer them to. Because I know right now people can't afford to take these risks. People can't afford to have this indecisiveness. And they really appreciated that. And by going out and reaching out to each person in your network, that's how the word gets out. That's how we really build the network that goes on. When talking with Inkjet, they said the biggest thing that really helped them was knowing that we cared more about them than our success. And that's how heroes are made. And one other thing I want to discuss is that the biggest thing in developing business at the next level is along the lines of what Howard Schultz says. The great companies build an enduring brand to have an emotional relationship with customers that has no barrier. So it's not just what you deliver, but it's how you connect with them in their heart personally. And I know no better way than to take care of someone's relationship, the relationships with those they love the most, right? Their family, their friends, the things that matter to them, to start building that trust. And by helping Inkjet shift during these times, what happened is that one, since they trusted us, they made the shift in technology. They built the e-commerce site ahead of time. They were able to shift from creating ink to selling hand sanitizer within only a few days. They were able to move forward, and they are huge fans of agility solutions. Not to mention, they thought once COVID hit, they thought that it might be really hard for them to even keep the doors open like most companies these days. But because they were able to shift, they're slated to do better in their projections of business this year than they had projected before COVID. Because in the end, the true heroes are the people that are making the differences. It's the companies that have shifted, and it's the people that advise them accordingly. So I highly recommend reaching out to your network and just finding out what's important to them. What I'm finding a lot of times, I get requests on LinkedIn. Said, hi, we work in IT and we'd like to tell you how we can support you when you have great developers. Or I've got this great new PM system that we want you to review. Or I wonder if you have a few minutes so I can tell you about our product. The one question that we need to always ask when contacting anybody is, why do they care? If someone wants to show me a contact management system, why do I care? I don't, and I don't answer those. But what about someone that brings an article that says, hey, I was thinking of you. I see the way that your industry is shifting. I see the way that I see something that you can improve on. I saw this article and I thought about you, about how you can find hand sanitizer. And I know that, your mom is having challenges with her health. And then everything moved from there. And the other thing is with our customers, it's the extra value we provide. So my current customer, Inkjet, we had supported them and we had built a great site so they could pivot. But the other big thing that we did that was huge is that by me going out and telling everybody about this amazing solution, their sales increased. I was promoting their brand honestly because it was helping people. And that's the key. What can you bring to them? If you're trying to get in touch with somebody, how can you help them? If there's a relationship you're trying to establish, if there's a client, if you just want someone to hear your pitch, find something that adds value that may not even be related in the least bit to what you do. Because in the end, we're all human and we're all about, with people, helping those who help us, who think about us first. So that's really the difference. And that's how you can create those relationships now, during COVID, and beyond, and create that loyal, trusted brand. So to recap, people first approach. We're here to serve. We're in this together. Over deliver on your current customers. See what else they need. Stay in touch with your past customers. Find some additional value we can bring to them. And share the solutions with the whole community. Part of what I'm doing here today. You don't know where that's going to lead. And help others. And you'll be surprised what happens. So I'm going to stop sharing here and open it up to questions. Please chat, or please put those in the chat box, and we can I can fit any questions anyone has. Erica, Devin, Alan, any questions? I know I'm running a little bit early here. Okay. Well, Erica, Devin, I appreciate both you showing up. And if there's any way I can be of service to either one of you, please, please let me know. I guess it was a statement more than a question. Okay. So if there are any additional questions, we will conclude the session. I hope there's something that everyone took here that they can take back and serve their customers. So thanks, everyone. Have a great one.